In a distant time, when faith was all that people had, there lived a man named Abraham. He was chosen by God for a mission that seemed impossible, a test that would challenge his love, trust, and unwavering faith. But what Abraham did not know was that at the top of that mountain, he would discover the true meaning of trusting in God, even in the most difficult moments. Get ready for a story of courage, love, and faith so strong that it changed the destiny of a family forever. This is the story of Abraham and Isaac, a journey that will show that when we trust in God, He always provides. God called Abraham and gave him an important mission. He was to go up a mountain and offer a sacrifice. With unwavering faith, Abraham set out, taking his beloved son Isaac with him. Without hesitation, Abraham set out, taking his son Isaac, whom he loved deeply. Along the way, father and son talked, admiring the beauty of God's creation, the sun shining in the sky, and the vastness of the land around them. However, a doubt began to grow in Isaac's heart. He realized that something wasn't right.
Father, we have the wood and the fire, but where is the lamb for the sacrifice?
Abraham, with a serene look, replied,
God will provide, my son.
Those words echoed in Isaac's heart, but he knew that his father spoke with faith, a faith that he himself was beginning to understand. Together, they continued their journey to the top of the mountain, where the task awaiting them was difficult and full of meaning. After a long walk, they reached the base of the mountain, ready to continue the mission God had given. Abraham and Isaac worked together to build the altar, carefully stacking the stones. Once the altar was ready, Abraham explained to Isaac that God had asked for a very special sacrifice.
God asked me to obey him, even though this is difficult,
said Abraham, his voice firm but touched with emotion. Isaac, with serene trust, replied,
I trust you, Father.
With the altar prepared, Abraham got ready to follow God's command, although his heart was heavy with the task. He knew that God had a plan, but that didn't make the situation any easier. When Abraham lifted the knife to sacrifice Isaac, God's voice echoed from the sky, interrupting the tense silence that hung over the mountain.
Abraham, do not harm the boy.
Abraham immediately stopped, the blade suspended in the air. He looked around, his heart racing, and then he saw something that brought him relief and hope. A ram was caught by its horns in a nearby bush. God had provided the sacrifice, just as Abraham had said. With gratitude, Abraham sacrificed the ram, offering it to God as a sign of his obedience and faith. That moment became a turning point for both Abraham and Isaac. They had witnessed God's faithfulness, and the miracle of his provision was forever etched in their hearts. As they descended the mountain, Abraham and Isaac were filled with an indescribable sense of peace and gratitude. Abraham's faith had been tested and confirmed. He knew without a shadow of a doubt that God always provides and that God's love is stronger than any challenge. And so ends the moving story of Abraham and Isaac, an unforgettable lesson on faith, love, and God's provision. But their journey doesn't have to end here. If you enjoyed this story and want to follow more inspiring adventures, subscribe to our channel, like this video, and hit the bell to not miss any updates. Share this message with your friends and spread hope.